What's good, y'all? It is Wake Up Wednesday.
And today we're talking about only speak good of others.
Welcome to the Renegade Relationship Realists with Rev and Rachael Pierre McAllister and Rachel Dillon. Please be advised, this channel is rated R for realism.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Rev and Rachael.
And today we're talking about only talk good about others.
And so we want to do this. Why? You know, people say this all the time. Well, yeah, you should only talk nice about people. It's in different religious books, all of that. Mm-hmm. But there's so much more that's not written in the books that you need to, that we want you to understand. Rachel and I have been practicing this now for many, many years. And one of the things we realized, I know definitely from my life has completely shifted since I've decided that talking good about people was my primary language versus anything and everything else that came up. We want to make it our primary language. Yeah.
So there's a couple reasons we talk good about people. One is you never know who you're talking to. So growing up in Las Vegas, you know, there was 300,000 people here when I was growing up. So when you're talking to somebody, the chances that you're talking to somebody's cousin was really, strong. Yeah. So if you're talking smack about somebody and then that gets back, then you've made conflict where conflict didn't need to be. So one, you never know who you're talking to.
I remember being in a restaurant once.
Tell me.
Mm-hmm. Being in a restaurant, and so you're in a restaurant having dinner with somebody, and the person was talking to me about someone, and it was not positive, and I'm co-signing by, ooh, yeah, I know, ooh, yeah, I understand, blah, 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 not realizing there was someone on the other side who we did not know.
Oh, wow. Oops.
That happened. I've got one more, because this is an important one. Mm-hmm. This one affected my life. So I am supervisor in public assistance in Alaska, and I have an assistant. And because welfare reform had come around, and I just am who I am as a positive person.
Right.
So now we're empowering clients instead of to speak about good about their lives, what they wanted in their lives, versus the government telling them what they had to do for self-sufficiency in their life. And that was a major culture shift,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
So I'm all about this culture shift because I believe in that in the first place.
Yes.
However, my team, not so much. They like the fact that they can hand out these penalties and everything else for people. And so was my assistant. My assistant has now gone home and complained to her husband. Her husband works with someone and he doesn't know that he's talking to someone who knows me directly. It gets back to me. Now I know my assistant is not for me.
Now in Anchorage, Las Vegas was a population, but Anchorage is like
300,000.
How do you not know that you're going to talk to somebody that's going to know somebody else?
Well, I'm sure she's.
But that's not the point.
But I'm sure she's thinking I'm only venting whatever she was doing to her husband.
Yeah.
But the real truth is, the reason you want to talk only good about people, even to the people that you're close with, is because that person, and someone has always told me, whoever you say in confidence to, that person is probably going to tell at least one person.
Absolutely.
And there it is.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what had happened. So needless to say, I took some very interesting corrective actions back then.
I would imagine.
Yeah, I did.
So the second reason we only talk positive about people is because what we see in others reflects on us. We know that I think it's Carl Jung, who talks about everybody being a mirror to us. And when I look at you and I think, oh my gosh, look at the way she's dressed, there is critical elements going on in my mind about me.
Correct.
So I'm training myself to look and see the bad, and I think in my mind that it's about her, but in reality it's about me. So I need to retrain myself so that when I look and I see the beauty in those around me, so I can truly see the beauty in me.
Now, that may be a new concept for you but no, that can't be because I'm talking about them, and yet it's reflecting on me. And so you may not see the connection right away, but start taking a look, and you will see that every time. The only reason you can see ugliness out here is because there's something within here resonating with that so-called ugliness out there. So we want to train our minds to see good, to only speak good, and to only really think good about other people. The more you do that, the more you're actually practicing self-love.
Absolutely.
And we're all about that here, right?
And it feels so much better. It really does.
And it creates your world.
It does. It does. Because the perspective is truly how we see things. So if I see things as everything's against me, then that's the way my life will unfold.
Absolutely.
If I look at the world and I see everything that's happening is somehow for me and for my highest and best good, then that's a whole different life that someone could live. So the challenge today?
The challenge is, so are you only speaking good about people? If so, we would love, if so or if not, take a look this week to see how much good you're talking about other people versus maybe not so good.
Yeah. Sometimes it's challenging.
Absolutely.
Because there are people in my life that trigger stuff in me and I just want to go, oh, I hate that person. But the reality is that there's something in me that's being triggered. So I need to look at me and figure out what is this person doing that's igniting the energy in me. So again the challenge,
right? So take a look at what you're saying, what's coming out of you about someone else. If it is not good, take a look and see how that's reflecting you, because it is.
So if you liked us, subscribe. If you want reminders when we have new videos, hit the bell.
And is that the only place you have to hit the bell?
And the subscribe.
That's the word I was looking for. Subscribe.
But you want to share. So if you liked us, share. If you add a comment.
Okay, we're having a moment. Can you tell?
I think we covered all of them, though.
Share this with your family and friends. Okay, like us.
Make a comment.
Drop us a comment. Okay, we're a little silly today, and just we're grateful for that too.
Yes,
right?
too. Okay,
yeah.
bye.
Bye. Okay, that was different.
Oh my God.